Well, what's going on, everyone? It is Paul, the 920 trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024. And as you can see by the clock right down here, folks, you look at that clock right there. We are still in regular trading hours. As a matter of fact, we are about 7 minutes away from power hour. 7 minutes away from power hour. Now, before we get going on the day, folks, if you like our videos, please go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is multiple times a week and sometimes on the weekends, folks. But also leave us a comment. We greatly appreciate the comments, and share with your friends, neighbors, relatives, and your trading community, folks. We think we have something to add to the trading communities out there. Now, as I'm looking this way, folks, it's only because we have a trading community that we're on live with, folks, and we're getting that cross to the downside right now, folks. Cross to the downside. We're waiting for that first red candle. Watch for the support right in here, folks. Maybe a little bit lower at about 15, a little bit lower at 15, where my cursor is right now, folks. If we breach that back to the downside, we got some room, folks. I'm telling you that right now, we got some room. But back to the charts, folks, back to the charts. We got a pre-market high about 549.36, which we made that late in the pre-market. We got pre-market low at 545.54. Now, we did have inflation report that came out at 8:30 this morning. And it was, for the most part, it was pretty good. It was pretty stable. The only thing that changed a little bit was the month over month. It was up just a little bit. I think it was core CPI month over month was up just a little bit, not much. It was like the expected 0.2%. It was up to 0.3, but year over year, everything okay was okay on that. So the speculation is, next week at FOMC, they're still going to do that 25-point basis cut. Some people think it's 50. I don't know. I have no earthly idea. They didn't call me again this year. But anyway, folks, we got pre-market high sitting up here, 549.36, pre-market low. So right out of the gate, I'm thinking, okay, that's about $4. If we can get one of those days where we have just $4 worth of movement, folks, from the top to the bottom, or the bottom to the top, I mean, think about what we can do if we just go, $4 down and $4 up. Those days, folks, those days. Now, I went ahead and put a few other lines on there, folks. I got pre-market low. I got a nice demand zone down here. Another, this is yesterday's low, so we're going to call that yesterday's low. Got yesterday's high right up here, and then we got this 549.92 up here. This is a level I've been looking at, 549.92. I've been looking to get to that level for multiple days, folks. So for multiple days. So let's get into the trading day and kind of see what happened. Now, we're getting that cross. We're getting that cross right in here, folks, right as market is opening. So we got that cross right in here. Now, I really wanted to take this thing to the downside, but as you can see this, I'm just giving it away right here, folks. Look at this first candle right here. It's a massive candle. It's a $1 candle. I have something against taking a position on a $1 candle. Because if it moves against you, number one, a $1 candle, your IV is going to go up. Number two, when it moves against you, those tend to be pretty big losses when they move against you. So again, I have a rule. I hated the fact that that was a confirmation candle back to the downside, folks. I could have waited for that next candle a couple minutes later, or even breached that VWAP to the downside to put on a position. But we were, in my opinion, too far away from what I was looking at. And basically that was either yesterday's high or pre-market high. But look what this thing did, folks. Look at this. It just ran and it ran and it ran and it ran. And finally, I was able to do something. And I was only able to do something because the POC moved down. Once the POC moved down, and then we got this move back through this 541.92. Look at this. I mean, it just ran and it ran. Absolutely crazy move back to the downside, folks. But it just ran this 9. It just followed this 9 all the way down, folks. But again, took that play back to the downside. And this is the level that I was looking at, 539.95. I'm going to show you why. And I'm getting ready to give away the rest of the day when you see this level. Oh, yes. This is the level that I was looking at, folks, down here on the 30-minute, because you can see this really kind of a disjointed demand zone down here, but nevertheless a disjointed demand zone. But anyway, you can see it right there. And again, I gave it away, folks. Look at this 30-minute. I just gave it away. But yeah, look at this again. Really nice demand zone. And then what happened after that? Well, we got a cross to the upside. Well, the nice cross to the upside I don't generally play that first cross to the upside unless we get a nice wick or a tail that comes down through this zone, recapture, and then go back to the upside. Again, I thought it was a little bit disjointed for me to take that first cross to the upside. We had a few of our members that did and then just rode this thing. Now, next cross back to the upside, I said, you know what, if we get another cross to the upside, I will absolutely play it. I think by that time, POC had moved up just a little bit. But we got a cross to the upside on this candle right here. And then that first green candle that came along, this candle right here, I said, you know what? I'm going to put on the play. Only because it's the second cross to the upside, there is momentum back to the upside. And then if we can get through, yesterday's low and this level up here, this is old support became new resistance. We punched through it. Very, very nice play to the upside. Now we had this really quick move down back to the downside that I'm sure caught a lot of people off guard. But yeah, came back to the downside, came through VWAP. We had a couple of different places to take. Well, let me back up a little bit. Let's go back to this play right here and talk about the different entries that we could have taken off of this or for this particular play. One is a play directly off that 541.92. Now, at this point, you could be thinking, okay, the move to the upside is a pullback. It's going to continue back to the downside. You could absolutely think that. In which case, if you took it above that 541.92, you'd use that area as support. Or you could take a double cross to the upside. Now, after the double cross to the upside, in my opinion, well, you can take a close of the 20, a breach and close above that 20. But I waited until we got that confirmed cross. So we got the cross on the green candle right here at 11:32. And then a couple minutes later, we got that first green candle. Again, that was a very, very, very conservative way to play this particular cross. But again, I just wanted to make sure, and again, I was going to use that 9 as support, taking me up to that target. Now, as far as the next play back to the upside, that was another really good one. Again, I waited on this one, didn't want to take it directly off, didn't know if we were going to push back down, so I decided to take the double cross on this candle. So 11:55, and again, we were directly above that level, so 544.14. Caught this. I thought we were going to be able to push a little bit higher, but took it off the table. But look at the rest of these plays, folks. I mean, these things they're just going and going. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I missed a couple in here only because I didn't have a strong enough level off of which to play. Didn't take this here, but I decided to take this one here, 14.22. And again, that's a double cross to the upside directly above that 449.92. And remember, folks, 449.92 or 90ish, 96, been looking to get that level for multiple days. So, and we finally got it, and very, very nice play to the upside. So again, took this to the upside and closed it out here just a few minutes later on this red candle. But again, folks, I mean, you're talking about a day where multiple dollars back to the upside and to the downside. Let's take a look at this 5 minute. This is the 5 minute. This is perhaps one of the greatest charts that you will ever see. This is one of the best that I've ever seen. And we have those long trending days, $5, $10, $15, $18 being the biggest that I've ever seen. But when we have a move down to a specific demand zone like we saw down here, and again, I thought it was a little bit disjointed for me to take down here. But when we have a move like this, such a strong move but to the downside, picked up those buyers in the demand zone, and then it just pushed up the rest of the day. And it's still pushing up right now. It's on a little bit of a pullback, but nevertheless, it is still pushing up. Again, this is the 5 minute chart, and you can see how it just took that 5 minute and rode it up all day long. So after we hit that bottom, at about 10:50, about an hour, a little over an hour and a half into the trading day, it just ran and it ran and it ran. But you can see how the fast money is to the downside, a little bit slower money, but nevertheless big money to the upside. But again, back to the 1 minute, got to tell you where we are right now. So we are right in here. So at this level right in here, I don't have anything specific. Let's go to that 30 minute. Here is what we look at regularly, folks. Again, this is called the volume profile, and this is on the 30 minute. When we get into these levels like this, so these heavy volume areas, price tends to move more slowly through the heavy volume areas than it does through the thin volume areas. You can look at these areas down through here. These are all relatively thin volume areas. and then we get up in this area, and it tends to move a lot more slowly. So again, watch this 49.92. So 49.92 right over here, and we got here, but it's it's ambling. It's doing this is a very, very clean run, but yeah. Price moves quickly through thin volume and much more slowly because there are more positions being defended, folks. The more positions that are being defended, the slower the play is. But anyway, that's how she's played out today so far, folks. Is there time left in the day? Yeah, we've got about another, what do we got? 57, 56 and a half minutes to play today. I have no earthly idea what she's going to do, folks. As far as the level that we are at right now, we have a specific, let's get back to this wick. So there's a wick, and this is from, let's see, this is from last Friday. Trying to get to this wick, this is where I was taking it off the table, my trade. We're trying to dance right around that wick at that about 551.60. So 551.60, we're playing right at that level, and we can go 551.60 right in here, folks. We are below that wick again from last Friday. Making a little bit of move to the downside, Again, this is the 5-minute look. Now, this is the volume that has been laid down over the last 2 days. So you can see how it's much lighter up here than it is back to the downside. So anyway, that's how she's played out today. And again, folks, we got a little bit of time left in the day, but yeah, that's how she played out. Again, folks, if you like our videos, please go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is multiple times a week and sometimes on the weekend. Now, if you are interested in live daily trading, folks, again, this is where the rubber meets the road. We talk about every single one of these trades, every single one. We talk about, entries. We talk about exits. We talk about things that we're looking for. We talk about heavy volume areas. We talk about thin volume areas. We talk about different levels of high level support, different levels of high level resistance. But ultimately, we're 920 traders. So that is how we trade. We use the 920 to generate those buy and sell signals. But we do use that volume profile to anticipate those moves. But anyway, we talk through these plays every single day. We're working a double cross to the upside, folks. Working a double cross to the upside right now. Let me check this volume, see where we are right now. But again, folks, if you're interested, get some thin volume above 74, just a little bit. If you're interested in that live daily trading, head on over to our live trading Discord. It's called Trading Decoded. Again, we talk about every single one of these trades all day long, folks. That's all we do inside the live trading Discord. We think you're going to like it. We are so convinced that you're going to like it. And we are so convinced that you're going to get a tremendous amount of value out of this. We'll give you that first week to decide. So it's at no cost to you. It's free. It's free for that first week, folks. Take advantage of it. Great. Again, that's a double cross to the upside on that last closed stick, folks. Double cross to the upside. 5 minute. I'm going to look at that 5 minute again. You got good support down here at 551.24. I've got a target up here at about 552.32, folks. So 552.32 off of the double cross. I've got my line on it right now. I'm looking at the 5 minute on my one screen and the 1 minute on the other screen, folks. So again, 552.32. That's what we're looking for. If we can push it just a little bit higher than that, folks, I got 552.97. Let's see if it'll do it. But again, Trading Decoded, folks, the link for that is down below. Now, if you are interested in the 920 crossover strategy, folks, head on over to 920trading.com. The entire strategy is there. The entire everything about this strategy is here, folks. Again, we're looking for 552.32. The entire strategy is at 920trading.com, folks. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on some super secret strategy that is neither super nor secret. And guess what? It's not new. There's nothing new. The 920 strategy is not new, folks. But I'll tell you what, it's a darn good strategy. As long as you can execute. Execution is the name of the game, folks. But again, head on over to 920trading.com. And when you're there, don't forget to sign up for our free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern time. But anyway, thank you for spending a little bit of your most precious commodity, which is your time. We greatly appreciate you all very much. But again, thank you for spending some time with us. We appreciate you all very much. So until tomorrow, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. But above all else, I hope you followed your trading plan. So Until then, folks, we will see you in the markets.